Hey Flosstube people, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. My name is Veronica and my channel is Veronica X Stitch. As if you've watched my videos before, you can probably tell I look a little bit brighter. I got a ring light because I normally film when the sun hasn't come up yet, so it's pretty dark in my videos. And so I felt like it was worth I spent like 20 bucks on this thing, but it comes with its own, what do you call it, tripod, and unfortunately the cord doesn't quite reach to the spot that I normally film from, so I have to move it over a few feet, slightly different angle. Not a big deal, but it is bright. Yeah, that was me turning it on. It takes a minute to get used to. But I think it's probably essential for me to really show you my projects because you don't want to see them in the dark, right? So today is October 2nd, Saturday. It's like 6:30 in the morning. My family's still sleeping. It's been like 6 weeks or so, maybe 6 weeks since my last video. This is number 38, by the way. I think I forgot to say that. So I have a few things to show you because it's been a few weeks, but it's also been a busy few weeks at work. So for each of my projects, I, spent a little bit of time on them, but it was only a little bit. So it's not like, mind-blowing progress, but it's still progress. And I figured it was time to share an update with you. And also, another thing that's been eating into my stitching time is we got the Diablo 2 remastered. I used to play a lot more video games, particularly when I was in college, and Diablo 2 came out when I was in college. And since then, Diablo 3 has come out, and I introduced my husband to it, and we both played a lot. Not appropriate for kids, of course, so we have to do it when my kids aren't around. And then now they're teasing Diablo 4, but Blizzard just released Diablo 2 remastered, so that's addictive, but I only played it really a couple of times, so I probably won't, I don't know if I'm going to finish the game, but just some silliness for you. So I'll get started with my works in progress. I only have a little bit of haul after that, and then, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's probably going to be a short video. So my first whip is my travel piece, which I'll show you before and after with it, but it's probably nothing too spectacular. So I am doing, here, let me show you before and after. This is Pixel Powers Star Trek, and this is the original series, cast people. And I'm done with the originally charted design. I am now doing my own charted logo. And this is on a 28 count Lugana. And I have been working on this while my son is at drums, but I think only one or two times I actually worked on it. And I am actually frogging the letters here and moving them over here because they were not centered. Like I was off by, I don't know, 11 or 20 stitches or something big, and my husband didn't like it, so I'm making these for my husband. He's the Trekkie in the house. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Star Trek, but he got me into it. So yeah, if you buy the design now from Pixel Power, it does come with a charted logo at the top, but the time that I bought it, it didn't have that, so I just made my own. I'm trying to do all the Star Trek series people, but this is really slow go because, again, it's like my travel kind of piece when my son is at drums, and lately I've been using that time to run over to Costco because it's close to Costco. So next is the stitch along that I'm doing this year. It's called the Karamos Bestiary by Ingleside Imaginarium. And it is, here's my progress on it. I'm doing this on I like that in the light, on a color and cotton. It was a 32 count Lugana, and it was a exclusive for the Fabric of the Month Club last year sometime. So the newest one, I actually don't know if Chimera was done last time, so I'll show you all of these guys. I think he might have been, or she might have been. But the newest one that I've done, there's a new one that just came out because it's October, but the newest one that I've done is Centaur. It's this guy right here. Let's see if I can get in close. He's pretty cool. Yeah, so it's a Greek urn with each month a new Greek mythological creature. It's charted by Brittany from Ingleside Imaginarium. It's pretty cool stitch along. It's the first one I've really done where I've been trying to like keep up with it. And so far so good. I mean, October just came out yesterday, so it's probably understandable. I haven't started on it yet. I actually plan to start on it today too. It's only got 3 colors, so they stitch up pretty quick. So the next project was a Whipco piece from September. So Whipco is Jessie Marie Does Stuff's thing where she calls two of your 24 numbers, and it's kind of like a big bingo board each month. And the midpoint of the year, I changed my goals to be just 6 days of working on it. So this got called for September. It also got called for October. So you'll see it again next time because I haven't started on it yet for October. But this is, sorry, I haven't even started with that part yet. This is The Castle by Teresa Wensler. You can see my ring light in there. Look at that. It's a pretty popular design. It's probably one of her most well-known. It's, dragon, completely out of print, unfortunately, but the book's not hard to find for a reasonable price, and it's got a lot of good designs in it. So anyway, here is my progress on the castle. So as you can see, I actually completely finished the top half, and it started working down the tail in the bottom left side. Let's see if I can get better. Yeah. I am doing this on a Lugana in Mercedes by Picture This Plus. Unfortunately, I asked for a 32 count. What I got was closer to like 39. I don't know if they accidentally gave me 36 or if the die caused it to shrink that much. It's teeny tiny, but it works because there's no beads or nothing. Oh yeah, I think I'm also doing, I don't know if you can see this in here, but there is a conversion on her site to add blending filament to the dragon. It's not really, kind of showing up some of the sparkle. So most of the stitches that are dragon have a layer of blending filament over them. So that makes this is a really slow stitch for me. Plus it's Teresa Wensler, so it's got all the fractionals and the blends, so it's not exactly a quick stitch. But I enjoy it a lot, and I really want to get it done because I've got a lot of other Teresa Wensler designs that I really want to stitch. So, and I adore her dragons. I know she stopped producing them for religious reasons. You can still buy a lot of her designs on Patterns Online, but the dragons she has removed, so unfortunately. So you have to use the secondhand market for that. My next project is the one that I started last video. This is Glory in the Morning by Crossed Wing Collection. So I'm doing this as a gift for my parents. And so I'm using this, I'm trying to stitch on it 6 days every month. And I think what I'm going to show you, because my last video was not at the very end of August, I was still stitching on this, is 2 rounds of progress on this. So the fabric is a Crossed Wing Collection hand-painted fabric for this project. It's pretty long, and it's got like 3 different sets of colors on it. So it's a 28 count linen. And here's where I am compared to last time. As you can see, last time I had just started, and you could start to see the bird. So I'm working my way around that sunflower doing the petals, and then I'll do the giant middle. This is, it's big, and it's a lot of yellow when I'm stitching it. with all those sunflower petals. But it is fun. It's similar, I would say similar to, I've never stitched crossed wing before, but it does a lot. They do a lot of dithering, so it's I wouldn't say confetti so much as it's just not a lot of block stitching, right? So you'll have like only maybe 6 or 7 colors in each petal, but they're not all together when you're doing one color. So it's like you do one, skip, skip, do one, skip, to get that dithering effect that, your eye kind of blends it together and to make a nice transition from one color to the next. But anyway, I do enjoy stitching this one as well. Of course, I just started it, so I still have that, honeymoon phase for a new project. But I'll plan to stitch that again. I'm going a little bit into plans here, but as the gift that I'm working on now, I plan to try to stitch it 6 days every month at least. I don't know why I'm bothering to put it back in its bag. I'll clean up later. Okay, so next, the other monthly slot that I normally do is the one that I have closest to a finish. And I try to spend 6 days every month on the project that is closest to a finish. And right now for me, that is Totoro by LKA Cross, or I've sometimes heard it called Elka Cross. I don't actually know. I'm going to link all these below, by the way. This project was available from her website. Some of these are, not PDF. This one was a PDF, but like where you can find them, if you can still find them. So I believe most of my projects are still in print, just the Teresa Wensler one is not. So this one was closest to a finish, and as you can see, since last time, I finished in this one too, the top half, and started working my way down onto Totoro, and I backstitched his face and a little bit around his body, so he's got a face now. Makes it a lot more fun to stitch. When, in my opinion, once you have done the subject's focal point, like their face or something. So that's why I'm trying real hard to get that big sunflower done at the top of Glory in the Morning. This is on a 32 count taupe Lugana, and it's a pretty small project, so you can see I'm almost done with it. Maybe a couple more rounds, but yeah, I'll stitch on that again in October. Not cleaning up till later. And this is my last one. Okay, so Totoro was also called for September, so that got 2 rounds. This one was called for October, and since I started on the 27th, I finished my October stitching for it already. For Whip Go, sorry, I should say that. But this is Winter White Santa by Mirabilia. It's MD 100, and I was really busy the past week in work, so 6 days didn't go too far, unfortunately. But here's where I am compared to last time. So basically, I finished the tree. I finished the tree part of the stitching. There are some gifts underneath it that I'll probably do next, and then move on to Santa's massive, massive robes. So this is on also Lugana. It's Lugana Day for me, I guess. Oh, I guess the Glory in the Morning was on linen, but I'll stitch on anything, by the way. I don't really care. But I usually just try to pick the right colors and fabric for the project. I don't like linen that's way too slubby, though. That's just my personal preference because it's a pain in the butt, in my opinion, to deal with. But this is a Lugana in a color by Fabrics by Stephanie. I don't know the colorway. I lost a little paper, unfortunately, but it's kind of like a sky blue color. So as you can see, all the open spaces in there are going to be beads. This is going to be very, very blingy with the beads. It's already been blingy, and I've stitched lots and lots of Whisper as well as Krynic in this, but yeah, it will be interesting. It's fun to stitch coming from some of my previous whips. It's very like block colors all at once, so it goes pretty fast even in that tree. So where are we now? We're at 15 minutes, and I'm going to start to show you now some haul. that I have. I don't have much for a week, month and a half. I've got a few things coming in the mail. I ordered a Monstrix stand because they're available now, but they haven't shipped that yet. I'm pretty sure they're getting like a ton of orders. But I've got some more things coming, not a huge amount. I'm trying to cut back on my spending, to be honest with you. I have enough. I have more than a lifetime worth of projects ready to go. But I am part of a couple of Fabric of the Month clubs, so I'll show you those. So I'm in the Crazy Annie's Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month club for 28 count linen in fat half. This is the June 2021. It's called Jolly. Wow, that bright light really helps the color show. So, yeah, I bought these for the massive, massive collection of memorabilia that I have amassed. This is the July 2021. It's called Nightshade. And I was in the Color and Cotton, just direct Fabric of the Month club. I canceled that one because I feel like I have enough, but I also joined the Under the Sea Fabrics. Don't have that one yet, but the first one has been shipped. Next, I have, so I'm working on Queen of Freedom by Mirabilia, and I wanted to do a skin conversion, and I wasn't sure where to start. I obviously did one for Santa, if you didn't notice, which I didn't talk about, sorry, but I want to do one for Queen of Freedom as well, and it took me like hours to figure out Santa, and there's like there's a bunch of colors in there, but it's a very small space for his face. Whereas Queen of Freedom, she's got a lot more skin on her. So I wasn't sure where to begin. So I ordered the, what is it? Almond M&M's Zoe Amir dyes silks. I ordered some, the skin collection from her. And this is going to be hard to kind of show, but these aren't in order. But these are so pretty. Nice collection of skin-colored silks that I'm going to try to use for Queen of Freedom. To give her, I want to give her like a deeper tone. She's like very, very pasty white. She's meant to be like Greek, so I don't know. But, and then my last project, I think I just had some extra budget money left, so I ordered Japanese Garden. I think it's called Japanese Garden by Dimensions. Dimensions Gold Collection. Such a pretty design. I was a little worried at first because when I ordered this, oh look, there's that ring light again. When I ordered this, it's white. You know, normally my Dimensions Gold collections are like a dark gray brown. Here, let me show you. So I don't have any progress on this, but I'm working on European Bistro. So this is normally what I'm used to seeing. And I was a little surprised to see this was white. And I was like, oh no, did I get like a counterfeit copy or something? But I looked it up, and this is apparently the direction they're going with at least some of their packaging. So maybe they save money on ink or something, I don't know, or dyes for the paper. But yeah. So again, more collecting for the lifetime of stitching I have ahead of me. And of course, since I have a full-time job that keeps me super busy and kids, I don't really have as much time as I would like to think I do. But maybe when I retire, I don't know. Maybe when my kids get a little older. They're 8 and 11 now. 8-year-old's going to turn 9 this month, so I can't even keep up with them. But yeah, work's been crazy. My boss is out on parental leave, and I'm filling in for him. And I work with a lot of people around the world. So I'm up early in the morning to talk on the phone with people in India and Europe. And then I have to work a full US day as well. So I'm really tired at the end of the day. I do try to stitch every day if I possibly can. Sometimes that just means like one strand. My goal is 1 stitch, so it's like very low bar. But it does sort of help me, I don't know, feel sane. Just try to stitch at the end of the day. Before I started working so closely with people in India and Europe, I would stitch in the morning, but I don't really have time for that anymore. And by the end of the day, usually I'm too exhausted to kind of stay up late and knowing that I have to get up again for a 6 o'clock meeting or something. So I feel like this time in my life, it's probably okay to slow down a little bit and to back off on my goals. If you look at my goals from the beginning of the year, they were like, finish this big portion. No, I'm not gonna hold myself to that anymore. But I'm sure things will settle down at times. And of course, the summer's always busy too because there's extra yard work, there's activities for the family that we were trying to do. This weekend, I'm trying to kind of cut back too. I was gonna go March for Women, but I'm just too tired after this week. I really just need a day off. So that's what I'm gonna do. Plus, we also need to mow the lawn. And one of these weekends, we got to set up our Halloween decorations outside. That's always fun. I like October. October's fun. Summer and fall are my favorite seasons. I'm rambling now. I think it's about time I let y'all go. It was really nice to see you again. I'm glad you came and watched me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to always think critically, right? On that vaccine, if you're not sure, talk to your doctor. Don't go to the Google, don't go to the YouTube. Talk to your doctor. And of course, I'm on YouTube telling you this, but your doctor is the best source of information on the COVID shot. So I'm looking forward to the day when I can get my kids vaccinated, which will hopefully be soon because they're in the age group right now that I think is going to be next. So anyway, I will see you all next time. Not sure when that'll be, maybe in a month or two. Have a good day. Bye.